Helokawans, welcome back to Immortal Part 2, a high-level D&D campaign about people being miserable and then fighting back. Kind of. I'm your Game Master, Little Cat, and we're here with our friends. Everybody's here, surprise! Exploring an underground facility. I'm gonna try and streamline today's exploration thanks to some table suggestions. These are the perks of playing with a table of predominantly Game Masters. Anyway, in session 36, they managed to find themselves in a facility and begin discussing what to do after discovering 2 doors blown and one crumpled off its proverbial hinges and one closed door. They discussed what to do next, but travel inward seemed time-consuming, and after a preliminary walkabout, finding a strange infirmary of sorts, but bodies missing, looking like, nothing really happened. The people should be napping, but they're not. This proved that this facility is very, very, very large. Larger than the Everglades facility by a crazy margin. Now, I have a question for everyone. Given how big the space is and how you have 2 doors, would you like to stick together and trudge ahead? Or would you like to split up to go faster?
No.
I think we are sticking together.
Okay.
We're not on the time crunch.
If
No, you're
something
not.
bad happens, we don't want to how do we find each other,
Okay. We also do have floaty now for communication, so I'll toss that to I'll toss it to speaker. Doesn't mean I'm going away, I'm just giving it to speaker.
Okay. Yeah. Because you do disappear a lot.
Okay, so speaker now has the new frightened floaty.
Speaker is currently eating, so he did write, stick together. This place is so big that telepathic bond will wear out. And I'm like, yeah, pretty much.
A key development that did happen last week was we learned that Floaty is no longer willing to go explore scary places alone anymore.
Yeah, floaty has become our actual child now.
Yeah, Floaty has now inherited their childlike behavior.
Valerius was like, oh, I want to send in Floaty into the uncharted, potentially dangerous room first. Like a drone.
Floaty suffer into a corner.
Like, nope.
But he said, nah. He was like, how could you do that to me? I am 3 years old.
Oh.
But it was noiseless. So Floaty has... I know that might be programmed voice in there, but Floaty hasn't said a thing. But it kind of looks like I don't want to... It's scary. I don't want to. I want to sit with Daddy. Or in this case, I want to sit with Fluffy. Anyway, so you are sticking together. Somebody make me a D4 roll.
Be remiss for me to break the flow, but has speaker rolled for daily badness yet?
Yeah. We were all here.
Yeah.
My bad, I forgot. Yeah.
Okay, we got a 2.
He only left after we
left
entered the room.
Towards the end.
Yeah, when we entered the area that we are at.
So all of you pretty much woke up at the same time, and we started off waking up anyway. Anyway, with 2 minus 1, you get about 1 hour in traveling swiftly thanks to a lot of the navigators within your area. You mark down the spaces. You also look for directions, any maps, any signages, and you see placards that should have signage, but it seems to have been singed deliberately.
Okay, fair enough.
I also just get some charcoal out or something, and every time we go into a room or see a room, I'll just kind of write on the door that we've been here and just like roughly like room closet or just like empty hospital bed. So just so we know what's there, because there's nothing marked, so it just kind of gives us a little bit to go off of.
We're doing some
and just like kind of drag it along the wall
as well.
Yeah, and drag it along the wall as we're walking, so we can see where we've been with like little arrows which way.
Okay, so you have found yourself in various cabinets. This facility is not meant to receive Yes, it is where you are put into against your will. That is what you've seen so far. There are various um, prison systems, uh, control rooms. There are spaces that hold people down. There is a communal shower type place. But when you really look into the places that water might come out, you realize that all these places have been sealed. But at least you know there's some kind of piping system going on. That is kind of worrying, actually. Maybe to Valerius. Valerius is like, I'm not sure about
Yep.
this.
Have we found anything that looks like a supply area or like a place to store um, reagents?
Yes, you do find some kind of chemistry lab. It is trashed. However, there is a locked door that has remained locked. You don't think you need, well, Valerius doesn't think you need any special cards or anything to get in. It's a simple locking
lockpicking
door
So the
mechanism.
actual lock, okay. For
Yeah.
once in a long while, whip out the lock picking tools.
You open the door. What are you looking
Okay,
for
cool.
exactly? Because inside there is a myriad of strange chemicals. There are also next to the chemicals a medicine kit. It's in another sort of shelf sequestered away as an emergency. But most time it's like, sodium, hang on, I can't remember my chemistry words. Na2SO4 and H2SO4.
Alchemical reagents.
Things that will dissolve other things.
Okay,
And buckets and buckets of sterile water.
so these kinds of things are fairly hard to come by.
Mhm.
So I will look for anything that I'm lacking for my experiments that I want to do, also for crafting purposes. So like in pre-time skip, I would make like smoke bombs and stuff, but I would just like buy stuff from the store, you know. But
You can find
since then
a
we haven't been
lot
able to.
of things that you can just turn into whatever you need. At this point, Van will suggest that she put some stuff into her bag of not bag of holding, portable hole,
Portable
because she's
hole.
not doing anything. You can see that both Van and Vero, both Van and Vero, words are hard. I'm so sorry.
Words are.
Our Bureau especially is sort of like doing the scurry sniff flinch that meerkats are wont to do. Like he's not sure about this place. It's kind of dark, even though there's like lights from the sword and illumination from Gundog's whatever it is you've decided to illuminate.
And our various ever-burning torches that
Correct.
were made by
Mm.
Valerius.
It's
Can
still
I
creepy.
illuminate the tip of Frosk's like little plague mask thing?
If she allows.
Yeah. What did you want to do? Cast light on the
That's
Your
face?
your name is now Rudolph the Red-Nosed
no.
Reindeer.
Where's the
Anyway,
red deer?
so
You're welcome.
so you find all of that. Again, there's saline solution. There is also the distilled water, like bottles. You know the 4-gallon bottles of distilled water.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
so
large-
those
The
huge
large
things,
tubs,
to the point where I
the
think,
barrels.
given everything that you've gotten so far, Van's portable hole is getting about halfway full. Your portable hole has your research equipment and some of big clunky objects like metal or shit, and a door.
Yeah. That is correct. I have a
Big
few
door.
plates of metal.
Yes. So
We use
space
some
is
of
getting.
the metal, right, to make like to make something.
I
Did we
don't-
make something with the metal?
I don't remember.
We have not yet.
Okay.
We used 150 pounds of the scrap to make the weapons in the village.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of scrap, but it was good, usable scrap, thankfully. Anyway, going to what Valeria said. Scavenge parts as we go. What kind of parts are you looking for? A control panel,
Uh,
wiring, and things?
Mostly mechanical stuff that can be repurposed and potentially powered on using electrical source or something like that.
Okay. Make me a perception check.
Okay. Ooh, do, 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 do. 19. Wow,
19.
that was a low roll.
It's fine. This is for something else, not to do with what you need to find. So you do find
Give me one
copper
quick
wires.
second. Do I have advantage on perception?
I don't know.
I do. Sorry, I forgot.
I mean, you have your team around you, so you can tap them and just be like,
There
"Hey,
we go.
look with me." Okay, 31. Um, you do find you're pretty much being a raccoon right now. You do find copper wires. Surprisingly, some gems.
Oh,
Like a mismatch. Nothing like diamonds. Maybe
Mm.
maybe like an emerald, a topaz. Like the lower quality gems. They're not super shiny. They're facility grade. They're stuff that you use for technologies. So there might be occlusions and stuff like that in the gems. And with that very, very high perception, you look up into the sky, onto the ceiling, half expecting the same thing as the previous one. You're sort of looking for and hoping that you don't hear that voice. Maybe you do. I don't know. But what you realize is dome-shaped structures at various intervals where it can foreseeably see a 300-degree range, but those I want to say CCTV la. It seems to be covered, like splattered with some kind of casing. So
Like
Maybe.
purposefully?
maybe, I mean, it looks
I-
like a splatter. It looks deliberate.
I
Does it
will.
look like a goop?
I will
It's
tap
hard
Doc
now.
off of this. It's like, Doc, I want to take a look up.
How high is it? Is it like Do I need a
The
ladder?
ceiling is about 15 feet high. Like you can climb on your friends for a boost. There's also chairs and tables anywhere that
It's
you can
okay.
stack.
I'll
you
give Doc
drag the
balls.
something and
Okay.
I'll
I
just
go
grab.
up,
Okay.
If you
and
need, I can
I shall
be
I
your
shall
stepping
I
stool.
shall investigate or whatever check this may be.
Okay. You
What is
tap
this?
on the
I'll help
do
her
you
with this.
do you touch it?
I poke with stick as
Okay.
every good scientist would first do.
It feels like cement. It feels scrapey like cement. It's very undulating. It's very sort of not smooth. It's also brittle. Some of it begins cascading in a dust, kind of like scratching somebody's like really dry scalp.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay. So can I tell if this is something that we would have done? Like if this is a person thing or if this is like an ooze thing?
All of you with a wisdom of higher than a 12 can surmise that this is something. It might not be ooze, but this is something done when somebody doesn't want other people to be watching anymore. Because when you scratch the surface, a chunk falls off, showing a smooth glass surface below it.
Okay, so I'm thinking like if this was something that we did, we would have done a better job. Like it wouldn't just, fall apart, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking that this is either like something that the ooze did or something that survivors did. Can I tell what material this stuff is?
Or some of the
Make
prisoners did it if they didn't want to be observed.
Yeah. Like,
you
can I be
are
like,
in a
oh, I could
hallway.
probably make this in like a lab, which we are in.
Yeah, you do see
Mm.
this in multiple places, by the way. This is not the only one. This is the one that you choose to like poke and prod.
Yep.
With Gunlag's help, because Ida did speak up, make me a Arcana check with advantage.
I am very helpful.
Yay, 28. You scrape on it, and a part of you feels like this should be safe to touch. It's not moving. Also, most of the stuff here seems to be desiccated anyway. So you do reach out to try and poke at it some more, the one that fell on the ground. There's no smell. You're still using a stake, thankfully, to the chagrin of everybody else. There's no smell. The dust seems somewhat similar, but it doesn't have the putrid stench that you saw in the cave-in.
Okay, so either, well, the ooze could make different materials, but I doubt it would be smart enough to do something like this.
Mm-hmm.
So possibly something done by the people who were left behind, because some of them would have been scientists, and we have a lab, and we have materials literally right there.
Bureau puts his hand up like he's in a class. He's still very unnerved by this place. Why would people stuck in here with whatever that thing is want to not be seen?
Maybe they were doing something and didn't want us, well, not us, but formerly us, to see what they were doing.
That makes sense. Do you think
If they were
you
left
were...
behind, it would mean they'd be abandoned. I don't think they'd have any love for the people who would abandon them.
That's true. Do you think you would have monitored the situation here? Perhaps for some new thing?
I think for a while. I doubt I would have, but someone would have.
Speaker says they were prisoners or abandoned. Sometimes they were... perhaps they were hiding from the creature. Van
Yes,
goes,
and trying to escape, probably.
that makes sense in a way, but I don't know. I've never really been caught by anything, and I don't know. She shakes her head and then continues just looking around, dipping in and out.
While this is
Like-
happening, Valerius will climb up to the wall. He'll just announce it about it. He's like, guys, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to rip out one of these domes to see what's underneath it.
Oh, please do.
Valerius climbs
Um,
up.
Speaking of survivors, um, Gunlock, I don't know whether it would be a good use of your magic, but maybe you could search for any nearby surviving people that are not us.
I absolutely can. Do you have any idea of what kind of races would have been
Human
Um,
would be the safest bet.
most normal? Yeah, most common. It worked in the other one. How big is this facility? Do we have even like the roughest, faintest idea?
Well, assuming that the big
The
ooze is right at the center, and then I make a guess
Mhm.
based on that.
so we might have a 200 feet radius
Yep,
thingy.
because when
Yeah.
we entered, the creature was 200 feet away from us.
That
Yeah.
should be plenty for the spell. I was just checking in terms of.
Yes. And if that fails, can the spell detect dead people?
It's just
I'm
Let-
gonna
Locate
say
creature might
if
be
you
able
if you
Locate
have locate
object.
object
Corpse. Yes.
Yeah.
and you look for
to.
a desiccated liver or a fingernail
Femur.
or people hair or bones,
Bones, maybe. Yeah.
Corpse in general.
a human ulna.
Assuming
Yeah.
they haven't been eaten.
Yes. Just trying to think. Let me just check what I've got here. Locate creature has got 1,000 feet, so Let's check for humans.
Your locate creature does expand, but you don't feel it doesn't ping to you for any living humans.
No living humans nearby.
How
Apart from us.
about like a femur bone? We
Okay.
will locate object.
Okay, you do fine. It does. Hang on. You sense the direction of an object's location as long as if
Closest to
the
one.
the spell can
That's
locate a specific object known to you. Locate the nearest. No. Does this mean you? Because there are bones.
Yeah.
You will find
So
the nearest bone, I guess. That's
Okay.
not like us.
Yeah, you do.
Um,
You do find. As you move, I'm guessing that it will pick up the bone, and then if you pick it up, it will ping the next one. Is that how it works? How we want it to work?
It's
No, we'll find the
concentration for 10
nearest
minutes.
one. I think when you cast it, it locks on to one, and
Mhm.
then we will find that one.
Okay.
Unless we break it, then it'll find like the next one.
No, that's an idea for you. I will allow this. You actually go up. Okay, there's two things are happening concurrently. Valerius is trying to open up a camera module, a CCTV module, and you have 10 minutes to go find a bone.
Yeah.
Which
Well, the main
means
thing we know that one exists down here,
yes,
and we know like where it is roughly.
yes.
Just
You
knowing that
should
there
be
are
able
bones is
to scribble on a piece of paper the rough location. You do know there
The
is a
distance
bone
and
there.
direction.
Yeah.
Okay. How
Okay.
far away is it? Like
You're
as the
not
crow flies.
sure. You have a straight line.
Yeah. So
Um,
straight line wise, how far is it?
Straight line. It doesn't seem very far. Maybe like 150 feet. But you don't.
Okay,
You're
so we
not sure
know.
about the narrow hallways and corridors and stuff like that.
Is it same direction as monster?
No. Well, wait.
either.
How? Let me ask you this: how often are you pinging the monster? Like you're doing your primeval.
About like every half an hour,
Okay.
just to see whether it's moved. And
It has not moved.
probably it hasn't.
The bone seems to be in the perimeter of the where the monster is, maybe about 50 to 70 feet away from where it pinged last. It hasn't seemed to
Okay.
move yet.
Yep. And when we're walking around, we'll be doing like rudimentary cartography to be like, okay, we're here, and then the monster is still there, and then we're basically drawing like a little map of the place.
Very good. And with your survival, you don't even have to roll. Like you have you and Zekin and everybody else who are good scouts by yourself. You're fine. Okay, so you know roughly where the location is. Valerius, tell me how you're going about doing this. Are you going to a new one or are you going to the existing one that has like bits of it fallen off?
I think he's doing the one that I sort of partly cleared.
Scraped. Okay.
Because it'd be easier to scrape off the rest. Because he wants to take out the machine, right?
Yeah, he wants
Or he
to.
wants to expose the machine and look at it and see if he can get it out to see if he can figure out how it works or what it
Correct,
does.
correct. Joe, you there?
I was
Yeah.
muted.
Ah, why?
Sorry.
Ah.
Okay.
Yep, I climb the walls and I start picking at the one that we remove some debris off of.
So, you can either go straight in there and pry it out, or you can remove some of the dried goop that is sort of already crumbling.
Can I just like, yeah, I'll remove the dirt first and then like carefully. I'm trying to really preserve this thing. Yank out the camera module.
Okay. Make me an Arcana check.
Okay. Do I get my Artificer's Intuition?
Yes.
Wow, with a plus 15 and that's a 18. Okay, game.
Okay, game.
Yeah, I'm a flash of genius this, so that becomes a 27.
Okay. With a 27, that's a lot.
Mm.
How'd you get 27?
Flash of genius.
That's a D4. 18
No,
plus
no,
4.
Flash of genius is the flat plus 5 bonus.
Oh, okay. Sorry. 27. You sort of pry it out and it hangs from the ceiling now. Still somewhat covered with the goop, like in bits and pieces. It's like trying to scrape off paint, like very matte paint off glass. And you see that the module is sort of hanging off like a very thick set of wires. But above that, you realize that it wasn't very difficult for you to yank it out of the ceiling.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I will pull out a dagger and just like cut off the module while leaving like maybe 20 cm of wire connected to the module.
You pull enough of it. It does give you some slack until it gets taut that you cannot pull anymore. You're pretty sure it's because it's connected to like a main server or other camera modules. But
Okay,
you
so
cut it off.
before I cut it off, I just verified this thing's not live. It is
No,
not gonna
no.
shock me.
You know factually that everything here, electric wise, like there's no electricity whatsoever. Nothing is powering this area.
Just wanted to make sure. Alright, so I yank this thing out. What do I see actually now that I have it in my hands?
It looks like a very high-tech CCTV module. Now that you're holding it in your hands, I'm assuming you're holding it with the wires.
Yes.
It looks like you pulled out a monster's eyeball.
Okay.
Like it sits comfortably in your hand. It's a chunky boy. It's a chunky fellow.
Did
And
you
the
notice any
cables-
of these at the Everglades?
Did we? I don't think
You
we
didn't
did.
you didn't see these in the Everglades. You can make a guess that the Everglades was more high-tech and hidden.
Mm.
The Everglades felt more like a proving ground instead of instead of a medical testing facility. It's like we made the thing here, now we're moving it there to test it.
Okay, got it. Alright, if that's the case, now that I have it, I'm gonna chuck this thing into my little pouch. And then I'm gonna go back up there and rummage around. I'm gonna grab a stick and rummage around the socket the thing was and see.
For us to stick.
Yes, I'm not gonna touch it with my bare hands. Just
I
like,
mean, if chimpanzees are like, we're gonna use a stick to get some ants. What is your goal for this?
I'm trying to see if there's like a crawl space above, or trying to see like if the wires lead anywhere that Valerius can like put floaty into and get a camera view angle.
Okay. You try and shove the stick up there. It doesn't go more than 10 cm.
Okay, floaty's a
Within this
cockroach.
within this hole anyway, but it does, as you move it left and right, it doesn't seem to want to budge. It doesn't seem to have enough space. Like it's very dense.
I shine a flashlight into it. Well, I don't need to have dark vision, but anyway, I shine a flashlight anyway.
You see a mess of very thick wires.
Huh, interesting. Can Valerius just like, he takes off his gloves, exposing his fingertips, and he runs his fingers along the wires. Is it like shielded wires, or is it like bare copper wires?
Shielded. There's multiple of them. There's from your guess, from what you see, there seems to be 4 or 5 coiled around each other, like
Out of
very
sheer
neatly
curiosity-
twisted.
Can Valerius figure out if it's power cables or is it data transfer cables or stuff like that?
Uh, you can open one up. Actually,
Yeah, sure.
you can see from the one that you harvested that it seems to be a mix. So you got your Cat 5 in there, you got your audio, you got your video, you have a thick grounding wire.
Okay. Valerius nods and he climbs back down and relinks with the party, assuming they haven't left. Assuming they've left.
Oh no, I'm assuming
Well, we're
nobody
not
left.
leaving.
We are
It's-
still there,
Yeah,
standing
so
Okay.
around.
everybody's just watching this happen.
Okay,
Uh,
I'm back. It's
Will
like
be happening while like we're pillaging from the supply room, you know?
at this
Pretty
point,
much.
Valerius is like holding the new camera. He's like, I've never seen anything like this before. It's rather new. It's a combination of all the technology we've used before, but it's miniaturized to such a small size. And judging by the amount of wires up there, I highly doubt that we'll be able to find the central unit for it or the control room if we just try to follow the wires because they're going everywhere.
You also think back to just randomly walking around for the past hour. You did see several more. So my question now is, do you harvest all of them?
I don't harvest all of them. I grab at most maybe 5.
Okay. It doesn't take long for you to do this. You acquire 5. Just put that in your inventory, like five seeing eyeballs,
Okay, got it.
with metal wiring and sleeves for shielding for reasons.
Okay.
Um, my question now is, are you taking any of the dust samples?
Yes, I am. I will
Okay.
grab the dust samples and I'll very specifically give them to Dog Boss. It's like, here you go. You might want to check this later.
I will look at it and be like, okay,
I'll put it in a little glass vial. I was like, here you go, dog, a
sure,
present for
why
you.
not?
Okay.
And then we let Valerius know that, like, oh, we may have found some human remains.
Yes.
Not something we really should be excited for about, but which direction are we going towards then?
That is exciting because if it's like a whole ass skeleton or something, we can talk to it.
Valerius sighs like, yeah,
uh,
you're not wrong.
is
We
it
could
a
have looked
whole
for skull
skeleton we
instead of
find?
fever.
The
Mhm.
skull, the chest,
We're
everything.
about to find out.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, in any case,
Mm-hmm.
in
All
any
right.
case,
I do
go
want
ahead,
to
Khan.
ask. Sorry. I do want to ask, boss. Um, sorry. Regarding the goose, your the one that we encounter previously, they absorb everything left behind, nothing, right? Normally, boss.
Hmm.
Make we Okay, this is your choice. Do you want to use a no. Do you have any points in ooze?
Not I, no.
Okay, so you
Can I
have
infer with the information I do know?
yeah, you can totally do that.
Yeah, I will attempt to join the dots.
There's to be sure, your inference might lead you to assuming that it is acidic. So technically, it should consume everything. But that was in one of the files.
Hmm.
Going to the toilet, be right back.
I think there's a decent chance it would be able to. Like, because the bodies here have been taken,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And like nothing's remaining here. So
Nope.
I'm guessing if they were taken, nothing would remain. Because
But yet there is bones, right?
yes, so these, because we know there were survivors,
Well,
There
we
were
know that
people that
now.
we knew that people were left behind.
That's what I originally was
So if we find
assuming.
bones,
Yeah,
there's a good chance that they weren't gotten by the ooze.
but will the ooze, or does bone doesn't seem appealing to the ooze at all?
I believe that if given the choice, they would have taken it because biomass is biomass.
Correct.
So, but yet is left behind.
I think
Yes.
we need to find these bones so we can look at them instead of wondering about
Guessing.
it.
Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry
Like,
about.
I
I'm
think
just
I'm assuming you're walking and talking.
Mm.
right because
'Cause-
I'm just curious because having bones left behind is just curious to me, and
Exactly.
that's why I need to know. Yeah.
It
Mhm,
is.
mhm.
maybe they
It
starved to
suggests
death
that the ooze didn't get to
or
them.
died of dehydration.
Okay, make me another D4 roll.
Okay. D4.
4. Here's the thing. You kind of walk around, you find some other stuff. You it's a lot. Through you take
We're
3
taking our time.
hours.
Get him
But-
That's a lot of time.
That's a lot of time. However, throughout that
We could
3
stop
hours, you
something
do stop and look at things.
and we decided to have lunch.
Maybe Frusk
The
and
next
Bosk.
time.
You
Yes.
do your prime evil awareness every half an hour, and there have been many a half an hour in these time set.
Indeed.
It hasn't moved, but you also start
Growing
to
more
find like well the flickering seems less now. But at the same time, as you go deeper and deeper and slowly, inadvertently, mind you, towards the location of the ooze, like you're getting closer very slowly. These former desiccated tendrils, from your point of view, from your expertise, suddenly become more plump.
Oh no, are we feeding it?
Okay, we're getting closer.
Like
I
it was
return.
dry, and then suddenly there's like it's why is it fat? Like what's happening there?
Is it still dry? Well, we
Just
know that
think
if
of a trail. From one side is dry, and then as it gets closer and closer to the main body, you think it gets fatter and fatter, as if it hasn't finished desiccating.
yeah, makes sense.
But you also realize that as you go closer to this thing, more and more objects seems to be covered.
Are they connected or is it like piles of the stuff that was like left behind on things?
It seems to be connected. It it has found itself sprawled against the walls, floors, and ceilings all over the place, with some patches of walls, floors, and ceilings that haven't been completely engulfed. There doesn't seem to be any lumps and like big mounds that tell you that this may have been something swallowed. Uh, with the 3 hours, I'm going to say that you make your way through very carefully. However, I need everybody to just make me just like a dexterity roll. Not a save, just a roll.
That dex check?
So
Yes.
can it be
You can-
acrobatic?
Yeah, acrobatics.
Like
Also
a skill
DM.
check.
Yeah.
Any skill check or like
Dex skill check.
Anything that you're going to be using to avoid stepping on these things. Right now there's
So-
still space for you to like avoid
will
cracks and stuff like
step
that.
politely?
So can I
Ah, so
use
stealth.
like stealth to be careful about not stepping on it or making noises around it?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
I
then
will do
I'll use stealth then.
You're very gingerly walking. You know the phrase like step on a crack, break your mother's back.
Mm.
Step on a goop, you're gonna poop.
I
I
believe
don't
you
know.
said this last week as well, actually.
Oh, oh,
Yeah, you said it before, I
the
believe.
callback.
that. Yes. So can I tell that these tendrils are still alive?
Not yet. Like they
Okay, so
don't seem
they still
to.
seem dead.
Yeah, they don't seem to illuminate when you do your primeval awareness. But the rather large entity that you have zoomed into also seems to be flickering less and strangely enough feels like it might be waking up. Uh Gunlog and Valerius
Yay.
and Speaker actually, all three of you find yourself once in a while stepping in some of the tendrils and some of the goop, like and it gives off like, because some of it is still desiccated, it does push up some tufts of smoke. It takes you back to being underground when you were hit by spores, but this is, you're pretty sure they're not spores. Thankfully, you don't feel any different. You don't feel like you're hallucinating.
Well, that's something.
That's good.
Okay.
Okay, I stepped in this thing and okay, interesting. Is
Yeah,
it like just predominantly on the floor or is it like
everywhere.
everywhere?
It's everywhere.
Everywhere.
Oh,
Like, so imagine
Um,
like you try to avoid one and then you sort of miss, and then you almost fall, but you touch the wall and you realize the wall has that thing as well, and you're like, ew.
at this point, Valerius kind of looks at the less stealthy people in the party and he pulls out his flying carpet and sits upon it.
Okay. The carpet is the small one, right? So it should
Small,
fit.
if it's
Yeah.
one more person.
Yes.
how are the NPCs doing?
Are they
Not
doing well?
great. The NPCs, let me see how well
Van and
they're
Zero.
doing. Van
I'll
and
warn the
B-roll.
others that, like, okay, it might be in my imagination, but I think that the flickering is, um, it's not flickering as much anymore, which might be a sign that it's waking up.
You have observed Van and Biro gingerly trying to follow in your footsteps, but they're not as lithe as you are. I rolled a natural 8 and a natural 10.
Okay.
Um,
Um,
they're pretty much
is the
been
stuff that
stomping
they
around.
stepped in similar
Alright.
to the stuff that we found on the ceiling?
Yeah, yeah. Just at different modes of crunchiness. Some of the
Okay.
stuff isn't even crunchy. Like you step on them and you hear like a very light squelch.
Mm.
Uh,
So you're
so
telling me this thing is waking up? We're waking it up.
Possibly.
I bet this thing
uh,
fucking feeds on despair or some bullshit, and we're just a juicy fucking dinner.
No, it feeds on biological
Everything.
matter,
Wait,
which
can
is what
can
we are
things
too.
actually feed on despair?
I
Oh,
heard that
Possibly.
creatures like nightmares or something like those exist. So probably.
Nightmares?
Underworld creatures, perhaps?
Underworld
Mm-hmm.
creatures? I mean, we're in the underworld technically. She looks at the carpet and she's like, "May
I don't
I?"
think I don't think we are at the underworld, but I do think both of you should be on the carpet. Valerius, is that okay?
Yeah, Valerius does get off and gingerly gets off and like, okay, let's not step on it. Get on now.
They immediately scramble, and as they scramble, you find yourself in the room, um, that you were essentially looking for with the bones. Make me
Okay,
a
the bone should be
perception
behind
check,
you.
everyone.
Okay, advantage. 21.
What the?
Dia, may I also stealth again?
Wait,
Beaker
Sure.
asks a good question in the chat as well.
Mm-hmm.
Is it walking? Is
If
there
it's
any way?
waking, is there a good way to communicate with it and make a good impression than an accidental one? It's up to. Oh, this is said to Bosk.
do I know how to communicate with this particular ooze?
You're
Brother.
not sure about this, brother.
Better.
Because I do
Uh,
have a feature that gives me advantage in communicating with oozes and allows me
well,
to
you
communicate
have
with them.
been sort of communicating with some oozes, although not this one in particular, because you haven't actually felt or heard anything since you think it's just waking up. It might be a bit groggy.
Yeah.
But for the other oozes, you felt various emotions from them. You know what they want. So it's not outside your realm of expertise to maybe try.
Okay. Um, I will try when I get a feeling that it's a bit more awake.
Yeah. Let's check these bones first.
Okay. What you got? 14, 21, 30. No, that's stealth. So it's 21 and 31, 23, 18. Anybody else doing perception?
Yes, I got
I want to
22.
look for the bones,
Oh,
What are we
but I've got
perceiving? Are
you
we
found the
looking for
bones.
a
You're looking
way
around
into
the
the
room
room?
now.
I
Okay.
forgot to roll for floaty. 1 second.
Just
Can
Can
just
I
I ask?
reminder,
investigate instead of
floaty.
perception?
Yeah, you can definitely do investigation. Floaty is
Yeah.
currently,
I investigate the room.
yeah, you can do that.
What
Can
happens?
I ask Brusk to help me look for a head, jaw kind of part section of the bones?
Okay.
Sure. He's good at looking for a jaw, head section of the bones.
Okay, why
I'd
don't
love to.
you, with Frost's help, roll me advantage investigation?
I was hoping to help Brusk do it.
No, she's an NPC.
Yes, okay.
You could ask me to do that.
11.
Okay, you are mystified at this area, but it's okay because Bosk is also doing
Holding like,
investigations, and
yeah, I'm holding like one bone and be like, is this face?
and
It's not
Valerius
face.
and Second is also sort of case in the joint, so to speak. You're looking for a skull, but you don't really find a lot of intact skulls. They seem to a lot of these bones scattered across the ground. Again, you are now and like the space is almost entirely covered. 70% of it is entirely covered by whatever
Ugh.
this is. And interspersed between the cover is bones shattered, like squashed. Like whatever did this. Actually, you know what did this. The
Yeah,
walls.
but I'm wondering why
Whatever's on the
the
walls.
fuck it didn't eat it.
Um, your very very high investigation on Dr. Bosk.
Mm.
There's no marrow.
Okay,
It's dry.
that's not
It's
normal.
crunchy.
Sucked it out.
Do you put your hands on any? Do you try and pick it up?
Yes.
They are very brittle.
Tak minum
Oh.
susu lah tu.
Yeah,
This
it's
this room wasn't locked off from the area from the rest of the place, right?
no, no. With your investigation, I will allow
Just
you
walk
to
here.
with the help of Valerius's 21 perception. This might be the the site where people start running away, so they might not have had the time to lock the place down.
Oh. Are so the skeletons are all. It's not skeletons. It's random bones.
Um, it used to be skeletons. You don't know if they make up one entire skeleton or they make up five entire skeletons, but they're some of them are dust, some of the bones are missing, some of them have been crunched through. It looks like a wild animal went ham in this area and had a jolly old time feeding itself.
Ah, okay. Can I tell if this was done by an ooze, or are the signs
Based
not really here for it?
based on the area and how things are splattered across in this room. Mind you, this is a pretty decent sized room, so 30 feet by 15 feet, with some weird corners. It definitely seems as if the damage sites coincides with ooze splatter.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, so it didn't eat the bones, I guess.
Or maybe make me an Arcana check.
Maybe still digesting them.
Arcana
22.
22.
Or maybe they didn't have time to eat the bones.
But it's still
Oh,
here.
it
Or
had all
maybe
the
they
time
weren't.
in the world.
Maybe they didn't have enough acid to dissolve the bones.
Mm,
This is still like
Maybe.
Mach 1 after all, you think.
Many things. Many maybes.
Hmm.
Valerius,
Hmm.
this is from speaker. Can you create the hut sanctuary right now as a precaution?
Valerius nods and he sits down. He does ask, like, would you prefer me to have it instantaneous up, or can you hold it, or can we hold this position for 10 minutes?
We can probably hold this place for
He
10 minutes.
stares.
Okay, it opens straight away. The hut is up and instantly.
Okay, I need to remind you that the tiny hut disappears if you leave the hut.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are
So
we leaving
Valerius sits
Valerius
down.
here? Why are we? What are
So
we doing?
so the siblings are looking at you from outside of the hut and they're going, aren't we going
No,
to
they
continue?
need to be inside the hut, otherwise they can't enter.
I mean, they haven't left the carpet. They don't want to leave the carpet.
Understandable.
Then okay. I do want to ask that does my sunblade the light source does anything to the ooze or just nothing? It's just
Probably not.
yeah because
The
it is
light wouldn't
it
do
is
it.
count as sunlight, so I'm not sure if it does anything to it.
No, no, no. We
So far,
designed this
nothing.
thing to be a weapon of war if sunlight defeated
Oh
it.
yeah.
It's like it's
No,
only
I
a
mean
weapon
like
of war at
I mean
night.
like it's version one. It probably have flaws. I'm asking. Yeah,
It's nighttime
understand.
only.
Yeah. Who
Um,
knows? Yeah.
I
I
mean
guess I'm holding this board.
that makes sense. The carpet can sit in the tiny hut, I reckon, because it's only 6x4, and the tiny hut is 15 feet.
No, if something bad happens, I don't think we want to corner ourselves here. What happens after the 8 hours runs out?
Mm.
Vanish.
But
Are we resting here?
Well, not now.
we so close to the ooze. I don't think it is wise to rest here anyway. Uh,
How much closer are we compared to the last time I pinged the ooze?
You are now about 80 feet away. Previously, you thought maybe the ooze is like
oh,
60 to 70 feet, 50 to 70 feet away. Turns out it's 80.
Okay. I will um as we continue, I will begin to open my senses to the feelings of the ooze as
Okay.
I have noticed in the past.
Okay. This is interesting. You
So
open
as
your
it wakes up,
senses to the ooze. The
I'm
thing is,
yeah.
uh, one of you, either Frosk or you, does the primeval awareness, and the flickering has slowed down to being bright for 1 minute, and then it fades. But it fades just before you finish your primeval.
Oh, okay.
But you open your mind. Make me a. What kind
Black
of
wisdom.
charisma stats do you want to use? Charisma skill.
Okay, so I would say charisma is if I were broadcasting, my intention here is to receive. Would that still be charisma or wisdom?
To receive?
He said
Yes.
hopefully.
Hopefully, right? Okay.
Because like
If you
normally
are
charisma is like
intending
broadcasting.
if you are
Receiving is
intending
wisdom.
to receive, I'm not going to have you make a roll for now because you receive nothing.
Okay.
Like there's
Yeah.
no emotions. You
The
don't
intention is
feel.
to receive. Like if
Okay.
I detect like um something else being broadcasted, I want to receive it.
Okay.
Okay.
Nothing as of now.
Okay.
But you're pretty sure there's a light tingle at the back of your mind. Maybe you're not sure. Are you making it up? Is this psychosomatic? Maybe,
Hmm.
I don't know. But now there's an 8-hour tiny hut, and Valerius and the siblings are inside, just going, "What's going on?"
And I'm assuming we were all inside at the time of casting, so we can all return to the hut.
Yes,
as
but
needed.
I'm
Yes.
assuming after the casting, everybody left because it's kind of cramped with the
Yes.
carpet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
Can can Valerius be detected in the tiny hut, or does that block out those kinds of things?
Can somebody pull out tiny hut? I don't
Check
think
the
it
description of Tiny
nullifies
Hut.
detection because it is a lower level spell. It just blocks magic from going through it, but you can still lop things out of it. Wait, does magic go through it?
Magic can. I think it can go out one way, but not in.
Yes. Is Valerius back? Valerius. Somebody pull out tiny hat. Yes. Thank you. Boo, 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 boo. 10-foot radius. Sorry, not 15.
Magical effects cannot
Cannot
extend
extend
through
through
the
the dome
dome. Well,
or
we
pass
can we
through
can
it.
we can
Here's
ask
the thing.
Speaker, can you smell them inside from outside?
Speaker cannot smell, but the bottom of the dome is still open.
That's floor though, right?
It is floor, but magically you can still be
Yeah,
detected.
like
You just
if you
can't be
dig and
smelt.
then okay. So no, my worry was like, okay, if this thing wakes up and we like leave, but the tiny hut people are still in tiny hut, like will it know like, oh, there's food here, and then come here?
Probably not. You don't know.
Okay.
I mean, it's a good assumption to make. Do you voice this out, by the way?
Yes, because I asked Speaker like, can you smell them from outside, and then explain my line of reasoning.
And then
Or
and then you hear from the siblings, I don't think we really want to stay here without you. That sounds dangerous. Also, just in case, if anything were to happen, technically we could jump into the portable hole and you can pick us up and we'll be okay for 10 minutes.
Yes, it takes
What about
more
after
than
10 minutes?
it takes longer than
Then
10 minutes
I'm
to
guessing we
leave
sort of
this
die.
place.
Mhm.
Yeah, the hut lasts for 8 hours, and you'll have Valerius with you.
Valerius
So
waves
you
his
got
hand.
8 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah. Worryingly. Anyway, that's something that I thought about because we did use it once upon a time to sort of sneakily get in and out of the place. We did that for you. When we tried to get all three of you, but we only found Valerius. It's how we went in.
Ah, makes sense.
DM, I have a very important question.
Oh yes.
Does the tiny hut produce air?
It doesn't produce air inside, but it does make the air clean and it is temperature controlled.
Oh, sweet, thank God.
It's like I say that, but technically if you make a tiny hut underwater, it does create a bubble. So okay, for the duration, while it is up, there is
produce
breathable air that appears out of nothing, but it doesn't continuously produce oxygen.
Awesome. Very important. Awesome.
The hut doesn't photosynthesize?
No, it doesn't. Also,
There's no sun.
There's-
if you
no,
wanted
I
to,
have
you have
sun.
to
I have sun.
you have to
I
put a
have the sun.
plant. You have to put a plant, and the
I-
plant will follow the sword.
I have the sun.
Okay, so
Question for DM: while
yes,
we've been here, have we found any records that have been left behind? Like
no.
aside from the reagents and the parts that Valerius has managed to salvage, we haven't gained very much, right?
No.
Like I haven't
You
found any new information.
you sort of think about this This was before you actually got here. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
We don't save. Imagine? No.
You just make it.
Yes, yes.
You
Boss is very good at wisdom saves,
you don't
even though
think
I'm not proficient.
no. You know that there's no information inside this facility currently for you to pilfer. You're not sure why you have that information.
Oh, okay.
They burn it all.
Do
Speaker,
I think there's anything else to gain?
the tendrils are outside and showing more signs of life that we are disrupting. I'd rather we have a barrier precaution than suddenly have to outrun it. He takes up Floaty and starts looking around outside the hut. You make a up periscope. Start spinning Floaty around.
This is actually a good point that Bosk made, though. If she, for whatever reason, can kind of feel and remember that there is actually no information to be gained here, maybe we shouldn't poke the ooze.
Okay, so while this
Like-
is happening, Valerius replies to Speaker.
I'm not entirely certain whether this facility has any information to be stored here. It seems more of a observation facility and prison ground. At least from the camera module I pulled out, it seems to be more advanced. If we can find the core systems of where everything is held, we might be able to power it just enough to pull some information out. I hope
But see,
so
that
anyway.
should create paperwork.
Did his voice change?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
it did
Also,
fiddle with
my
like,
question to
purposeful?
Joe, not the character, is why are you speaking through a can? He's right in front of you.
Thought he was talking to Floaty. I'm inside the thing.
But isn't
Did
he
you change something with your
outside?
mic?
Oh yeah, he did.
Yes, I have new audio interface. Very fun.
Oh, okay.
It's
Very cool. He
yes.
sounds like he's coming out of a recording.
like if you are talking through floaty, yes, that was what he sounds like.
But why?
Okay. Um. Okay. So should we do that then? What should we be looking out for?
Okay, so we haven't find anything that looks like a command center, like what or central area what Valerius has said. Not sure if that is where the ooze is, like where the main central, or there is a locked door behind us, but I'm not sure if that is also the central area. Too many places, not enough time.
Okay. My question now is, you have a group of people. Well, you have one person inside the tiny hut right now, and everybody's
Did
milling
the
around.
NPCs decide not to leave? We're
The-
deciding what to do next, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
we are
NPCs is still
deciding what to do.
outside right now. They started off in the tiny hut and then they sort of slowly floated outside because that's where the action is.
So
Okay,
I'm wondering one thing. So Bosk, can you just explain? You have this certainty that
Yes,
there
I
is
have an
no
inkling that
information.
there's nothing left in terms of
Okay.
information that's useful from here. So the only thing
So
that's down here for us is more resources, which we probably don't need given the amount we've taken already, and the large
and an
room.
ooze, which I don't think we should poke if there's nothing to be gained. It's locked in here for probably a pretty good reason, and it's slowly dying. Maybe we should continue to let it die.
We have gained stuff from this trip. We could
Yeah.
leave.
Did they? Because I'm assuming what you're thinking about is some sort of process where you guys took everything and when you left.
Yes, we
Because this
probably like
wasn't a sudden
deleted
evacuation,
everything.
right? This was planned, so they probably just scoured it, took everything.
Yes, we
The
think so.
matriarch did say she wanted to keep it. I think that's why it's being locked in here. However, look at the tendrils. They like the further out they go, the more dead they are. So I don't think it can be kept here indefinitely, but probably for a good long time.
Do I have an idea of how long this thing will take to die, or will it just go dormant?
You're not sure if it will die or if it will remain dormant. So far, you have seen that it did become dormant and it did last quite long considering how dry the air is.
So
Hmm.
I suppose the question is, are we concerned that she will try to use it against us later? So it would be in our benefit to kill
Because
it now, but are we even capable of killing it? I don't even know.
the thing is, we are reminded that she would want this thing to like do something in the future if it comes down to
Oh,
that
I think
hand.
it's a freaking backup for a rainy day.
Yeah, so and also to your second question, I also not sure I am capable of taking we are capable of taking down. I'm not even sure how big that thing is.
Can
No.
I
Judging by
can I
However,
tell
judging by
roughly?
judging by the tendrils at the walls and how thick it is right now, it might be just like the entire room, like just entire corridor worth of ooze.
but dealing with it now when it is contained and weakened, rather than having to deal with it later on top of a lot of other things potentially,
We
might
take out one
be.
potential threat.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Bosk, with the assistance of Frosk, make me a. Let me look at the sheet really quick.
At least then we
Make
can
me a
plan ahead how we want
survival
to do it.
check with advantage.
Survival.
23.
Survival.
Okay. With the 23, you make a little bit of a calculation in your head. You you sort of think about how long it took for that thing to flicker, wake up occasionally, to how it's now lasting about more than a minute, less than a minute, sorry. And you're pretty sure it would last even more as more time passes. So it's
Okay,
your
like it's
call.
waking up more and more.
Yes. So it's your call what you want to do now with this information.
Um, I'm inclined we go deal with the creature. Well, I suggest we deal with the creature now rather than have to deal
Yeah.
with it
Later.
later.
Yeah.
Risking having to deal with it later.
The longer we take, though, the more it wakes up.
So is this a immediate action kind of thing?
If that's the plan, that should be what we do.
I'm keen.
I
Let's
can
fuck it up.
I can try to communicate with it, but I'm not sure how that will go. This is an earlier
Look,
model.
I don't think we need to talk to it if we just want to destroy it, right? Do
It
you know
depends.
potentially what it might be vulnerable to
Um,
or
do I
resistant
know? I
against?
don't think it has particular vulnerabilities.
You know
What
that
about
the,
resist?
well,
Yeah.
you
Is it
think
weak
it
to things?
might not
Probably
be,
resistant to
yeah.
something.
It's probably immune to acid
Yes. And to poison.
and
Um,
poison, maybe.
Which
it's
which
probably
we
not
tested.
immune to fire
Maybe. Most things are not
or
immune to fire.
cold. Cold
Is
might
it?
be effective against it, given what
It's
we've
probably not
seen.
going to be hard to hit, right? Are we concerned about that? No, surely not.
No. I think oozes traditionally are easy to hit unless they
Yeah.
can harden their like skins, which I don't think this one can.
Well, it did get squished outside if out of character.
Yeah, it did take damage from falling rocks, so you know.
Yeah.
All right, all right. Should we just fucking storm in there and attack it?
A
I'd be
voice
like,
from
let's take
Van.
like a minute, obviously, and just like think about how we can set ourselves up to the greatest degree of success. But
Yes. Um, Van goes up to Floaty and does the same thing that that the speaker did and speak into Floaty. Uh, Mr. Valerius, are we going to continue staying here, or are we going to? Because we're hearing the discussion outside, and it seems that there's a thing that we have to kill.
Sit down, just tell me where it is.
What?
now
What?
you're really far away.
Jibber jibber jibber.
Hello?
Valerius?
Me?
Oh, he suddenly disappeared. Oh no.
He disappeared. Okay, anyway. Okay, so Valerius is in the foxhole.
Yeah, but he's
what
coming
is...
with us if we're attacking the thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like it's like, okay, bye.
Leaving
You
him
stay
die.
here. Okay, my question is, how are you moving forward? With the trajectory, I need Bosk and second to roll me a survival check. One of you can take advantage with the help of Frusk.
Okay, so
I will take advantage.
you take
Wow.
advantage, yeah.
28,
Survival. That is a 17.
17. With the 28 assisted by a 17, both of you sort of make quick time in trying to figure out how the space is laid out in this facility. You assume that you have a direction you want to go, and you think that will give you the best path because this system seems like a maze at this point. So with your help, do you guys start moving?
Okay.
Back, sorry about that.
Okay.
Before
Just
we
looking
move,
at-
I have a question,
Yeah.
DM.
Yes.
From what I know about these oozes, is this large ooze like does it have like a core in it that is small and it keeps like can it shrink to the point that it becomes a small ooze? Or is it just a large ooze now?
From how you felt with the primeval awareness, you think it's a large ooze. Because if
Okay.
it could shrink, you would manage to ping the core.
Okay. So that means like it's not one of those that we cut it in half and then it becomes two oozes.
Oh no, you don't think so.
Okay. Okay.
What I might do is, who's the three of us that has the least hit points?
Um,
Immediately the siblings put up their hands,
You are
Yeah.
not going to be fighting.
and then immediately they
Yes.
put down their hands.
Yes, you both
these
will
three
not
are
be.
gonna be hanging back, I believe.
Yeah, you two will not be fighting at all.
I have 137.
Bosk. I look at Chicken
I don't know
and
about the
Valerius.
others.
Okay, I have 115.
Uh-huh.
I believe Valerius has more than me.
I have 120.
Yep, I
Okay.
am the
So the
lowest
three of
among.
you, little boys and girls, I'm gonna throw up an aid at third level, so you get 10 temporary. Well, your hit point maximum and hit points increase by 10 for 8 hours.
Nice.
Oh, by 10. Okay.
Yeah.
8 hours.
Okay,
Let me
thank
write
you.
that down then.
Yeah. So when you do heal as well, you can heal up to that. So it's like, so that's nice. We'll just do that ahead of time. don't need that one right now. I will be hitting us with both Bless and Emboldening Bond at right before we go in.
Mm-hmm.
Just to say that now. Bosk, can I? I'm assuming this is not a particularly intellectual creature.
Not really, no. It wouldn't be.
Alright, so I'll try to get it off early with something to potentially incapacitate it for a turn.
Nod,
So you
nod.
guys can then wail on it. And I will try to give you, Bosk, a crit, essentially.
This happens
Once.
now or before entry?
I'm just telling them I intend to kind of start
She's
doing this
just telling
fairly
the
early on
plan
in combat
so
to
that
get
we
us
have.
off with a bang.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay. So
Just so everyone's kind of aware that that's like a little bit of here's a rough structure plan for
Oh,
you
okay,
guys
okay,
to,
okay.
if you know that, you can figure out what you want to do within that space.
I continue. I enjoy this.
We proceed to the place.
Yeah, that's
Okay, you
the main
proceed
thing that I'll be doing.
to the place. How fast are you traveling?
Normal speed, I suppose.
Because there's no. I asked that because there's no reason for you to try and avoid the things everywhere because it's everywhere now.
Yeah.
Okay. Also,
Which is
telepathic bond for an
extremely
hour
squishy.
for
And
everyone.
I still
Starting now.
have my senses open.
Okay. Your senses again do not detect anything as of yet. I think an hour, well, not really an hour, like going into that hour passes by. I would like all of you to make me a perception check.
Here, Chip,
Rolling with
Some
advantage.
Wait,
what?
aren't we just like 50 meters away?
Hmm?
Or is it just a maze? Is that
It's a
the
maze.
issue?
It's a maze.
Okay, I
Yeah,
didn't
this place
fully.
is a maze, even though it's just 80 feet.
And sorry, mine is an 18, not a 30. Because I forgot to
Okay.
untack
Dodge.
advantage.
Okay. 18. So we got a 12, a 23,
No, that's a 30. I roll with advantage.
30, 12, 30. So people who rolled above a 20, as
okay.
you're following the people who are in front, you clock that it's starting to your voice, if you're whispering to each other, no, you have telepathic bond on. As you listen to everybody's breath, you realize that it's starting to echo. The breathing starts to expand, so it no longer feels claustrophobic as you realize that about 30 feet from you, the walls are gone.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Big chamber.
What do we see?
big chamber.
You see the floor leading up, especially people with the 120 feet. The floor goes straight. Whatever wall that was there is no longer there. Whatever it seems as if something collapsed into the ground.
Like a crater?
Like a
Like a
crater.
cavern
Like
now?
a sinkhole.
I'm assuming I see this before everyone else, so I'll call the whole party to a halt.
Yes.
And we approach the edge slowly.
Okay. Valerius, you know from your building acumen that it's not a good idea to go so near to the edge, and you stop people about 15 feet away. The siblings suggest in their mind, would you like us to sort of glide to the edge?
Valerius
No,
vetoes
that's
that idea,
dangerous.
and
If
get-
anything, y'all stay here and we'll take the
Yeah.
thing and we'll glide
I
to
like-
the edge.
Okay,
Go
both
back
of
a bit.
them step off. Who is going
Yeah.
to the edge?
Frost will look after them and they're gonna hang out where it's safe.
Okay.
let's have the two most perceptive people on. So I'll get on with either Bosk or Kang.
I'm not good at seeing things.
Okay,
I'm
it
good at
is the cat. It
things.
is.
Yes.
I'll. Yeah, cat is better than me. Never mind. Crap.
Really? You mine is 12. How
10
perceptive is it? Oh, okay.
plus 10.
Mine is
All
12,
right.
10.
All right then.
Both of you get on the carpet and you go straight to the edge. As you go to the
Oh, look at-
edge, it looks like a sinkhole collapse. But thankfully, actually, no, thankfully. Valerius, how far can you see?
I have
Robe of eyes,
120 feet.
120 feet.
So with
You look
my
forward, there's nothing.
Oh
Correct.
shit!
You look
with my
downwards. There's continue, Kang. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
no with my light, you probably can see a little bit further. So it's like extend that by 60 feet, if that matters anything.
Oh no,
I
this
don't
is
think
Because
that's
that
how
is
no,
that
darkness.
that's not how it works.
No, that's not how it works.
You have
Okay, then.
60-60, right?
Yeah,
At max.
30, 30, 30, which is 16 total.
Yeah, so his goes all the way out to 120 feet. So yours,
Okay.
unfortunately, is in full color until 60 feet.
Okay.
Valerius
Um,
like, oh, this is not good.
pretty
And I
much
just realized-
120 straight. Like if you look at your 12 o'clock, there is just darkness. All around you, though, you can see more collapsed parts of the building. You can see like a straight, well, it's not really a straight line, like a curvature. If you decided to walk that path, you don't have to go through the winding walls anymore. You can gingerly just skirt the side where the collapse happened. And you look
Oh.
down.
This is as they're looking. I would like to primeval awareness.
Okay, you primeval awareness, and throughout the whole primeval awareness, this thing is dimly lit. It's not pulsing anymore. You're pretty sure it's awake, but before your primeval awareness ends, before you could tell if it's still flickering.
Okay. I'm still not receiving anything. I would
Nope.
like to broadcast now.
Okay, make me
Well-
a charisma. Your choice of a persuasion or performance.
Well, this
Tell
is
me
not
what
being
you're
good.
doing.
Game. I am sending out a ping. Like,
Okay.
is anyone there?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello, hello.
16. Not bad.
Okay, 16 persuasion.
Wait, sorry.
You-
Are you telling us you do this, boss? Because if you are, I'm gonna pilot the thing back to the ground.
Okay, this happens
You see
concurrently.
me trying to detect it. Oh,
Hmm.
can I tell where it is?
You can still tell where it is. It's at the same
Okay,
place.
I'll tell them where it is, like distance away from us and direction.
Before this happens though, Valerius, you look down past the collapse. And you look
So
and
you guys know where to look for it, you know?
yeah, that's fair. You think that it's pretty deep. You don't hear water, but it smells stagnant. Like there could be dampness at the bottom, but you're not sure if it's some kind of lake or water. You don't hear
How
anything.
cold is it down here?
It is pretty cold now that you're technically out of the facility and you're not
Okay, while
buffered
we
by
were
anything.
walking around, it was like less cold, is it?
Yes, now it's more cold. Now it's very cold, in fact.
Okay.
Many
Good thing
cold.
we have our winter gear.
Gear. Exactly. It's not as cold as up top, technically, but it's still cold. You're looking at-
Valerius does a prestige heating people up thing.
Can. You can hold 3 heated blankets at the same time.
Mm.
Okay. I need you to make me a building related roll.
Okay. Building related role.
You can use whatever necessary to beef up that
Mm.
roll.
Can I make this role using my Smith's tools intelligence base? Because I need to like, what's the word called? Like use tools to access most of the parts of this place.
Okay, how do you do that?
You're
You're
I'll
on
fly
a flying
back to solid
carpet.
ground.
Uh-huh.
I'll fly back to solid ground.
How far away from the edge?
I'll get behind the party. I'll get off and let Kang pilot the little thingy.
Okay.
And say, guys, I'm gonna go over this way to check something for a moment. Then I walk towards where we came from and find the nearest wall. And
Okay.
I'll start doing my checks there.
Okay, you start tappa. Make your roll.
Give me a second. I need to query roll this. Bang. Oh!
35. Oh, okay, you know, factually, based on how the structure is built, that it is not good for anyone to be within 15 feet of the edge, or it might collapse even more.
Okay, I
But
tell
the
everyone to
question
leave.
for you is, why is there a sinkhole where there's no limestone or anything that is essentially, what is that word?
Sinkhole.
Like
For lack of a better
it's
term.
not a soluble rock. There's no salt, there's no basalt, there's no limestone. Why is there a sinkhole here? And then you scrutinize. This time, you cannot just scrutinize the walls. You have to actually get on the carpet. And you go to the edge. And with the help of Second's light, you see that the ground has become porous. With the
Mm.
same, like,
Eating the
gunky
ground.
goop that has proliferated around everywhere.
Yeah.
Valerius throws out an idea through the teleporting ones. Like, guys, I think the facility is being slowly digested by the giant ooze. The
Lovely.
entire area has signs of. I'll relay whatever Shah just said just now. I didn't know
I
how to
hope
phrase that
it
better.
gets an upset stomach.
From from Valerius's description, can I make like an educated guess as to what is happening?
Yes. You have heard of various ooze type creatures expanding their tendrils into the ground. You have also known many other creatures. Ants do this, termites, moles. They sort of dig into the ground to seek shelter or seek ways to exit.
It's burrowing.
Yeah. That's as good
Hmm.
a guess as you can make with your
I
survival.
tell him this. It's burrowing.
Lovely.
Is it at the bottom of the hole?
Wait, how
Um,
That
deep?
where I'm
Yeah.
pinging it from?
It's you cannot see the bottom of the hole.
No, but based on my primeval awareness.
Oh, your primeval awareness doesn't clock this at all. You just see the entity itself.
Yeah, like where is it?
Oh,
But can you see it down there?
Up,
no, it's not down
down.
there. It's adjacent to you.
Wait, what?
Oh,
Oh,
Like it's on the same level. Well, technically, not really on the same level. It's like one floor down, maybe about 20 feet down.
Okay.
so
So is
we,
it
our
in the
issue is going to
hole,
be to
or
not fall into
how
the
do we
hole.
get to how do
You
we
don't
get to
you don't have to go into the hole. You can continue your regular way, or you can bypass the regular way by traversing the sides of the hole.
But we are going to
Ah.
be
So
potentially in danger
regular,
of falling in.
yeah. So
Okay.
regular way will take time. Following the
Okay.
side of the hole will take very much less time.
Okay. And we have Valerius on the carpet to guide us where to walk, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Valerius, what do you suggest?
Okay. Valerius says, "Give me a moment," and he flies back towards the edge of the thing. He tells Senka to like hold on
I
tight. He's gonna
oh
vertigo the carpet.
oh okay. Grab.
Vertical the
Vertical the
carpet.
carpet. Okay.
What are you?
I mean, both of you
Okay,
Okay,
have been
you're
hanging
the
out
cat.
on trees
The cat can
before.
cling to the carpet.
I do
I know
have
this.
climb speed, so
Yes.
Yeah,
we
so
both can
and
stick to walls.
we
it's
we
fine.
know from previous episodes that Valerius pretty much has the ultimate core strength by walking up a tree.
So he verticals the carpet. He's like, okay.
Gravity
Oh.
works differently for him.
Tries to figure out what's the safest route we can take down the side so that we don't, number one, collapse the Simcoe even more, and number two, that we don't fall to our deaths.
Okay, here's what you do. I need you to make me a survival check. Either
Help
you
weapon?
help second or second helps
Yes.
you.
Or we
I
just
help
go the
second.
one
I
way
have
around. Hey,
+2 to survival. Take it away,
Oh.
Kang.
Okay, I will take the advantage. Survival.
He has the thing as well. It'll be fine.
Ooh.
Okay,
What do
I'm
you
a
want?
flash of genius. That 26.
Okay, 26. It doesn't take both of you long to discuss the best route to as far as Valerius can see. It is
Eh,
definitely enough based on what Bosk has told you the location of. You know exactly the direction. It's gonna be quite tenuous with the siblings, but you know if you put them on the carpet, it would be fine.
or they just shouldn't come. Like
That
they can stay back here.
that's
Mm,
entirely up to you. This
I
his
think
plan
we
right
get
now
them to
is
stay back here. That
okay.
seems safer to me.
Up
What
to
do y'all
you.
think?
but
Right, this
the,
seems like a good point for them to hang back.
knowing that the location where we are standing and it is just 20 feet below and that thing can burrow doesn't make me feel safe to put them here.
How about we both get on the carpet and go in the middle of the crevasse?
Sure.
Or you can go check out the middle of the crevasse. Maybe it would be safer for us to be in, nothing. She has a point.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
right.
works. Look,
Because
go
I'm
ahead.
kind of wary of the, and then he points to the ground, he points to the wall, and then he points to the ceiling.
Right,
Yep.
everything,
Fair concern.
everything.
All
Yeah,
of
so
that.
My point was just that I don't think you guys should get much more
That
close.
is
closer, yeah.
a relevant point considering how we have stepped into that thing multiple times.
Okay, so
Yeah, and you're way weaker than I thought. Sorry.
okay,
I'm
so
I'm sorry.
We'll
all right,
work on that later.
Okay.
crevasse, that hole, but it is a very deep drop, so not sure that place will be safe as well.
No, just once we get ourselves situated, jump on the fucking carpet, sit in the middle. That works.
Okay.
Easy
Maybe
solution.
one of you can just travel really really far just to make sure it's safe, and then he looks at Valerius and second, and he's like, just I'm not a coward or anything. I'm just hedging my bets and being safe.
No, that's actually valid.
Okay. Both of you, after doing this, you travel across the expanse, trying to be as middle as possible. And it doesn't take you long because the flying carpet is like, what, 80 feet?
It's actually faster, I think. Let me double check.
Something like that, lah, but it's very fast. Like within 5 minutes, you're there and back, or roughly ish.
Yeah, 80
But-
feet, sorry.
What you gather is this crevasse spans 400 feet wide, and the closest distance across looks to be 100 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Do you go down below?
Do
There's
we
no
want-
light below, right? It's
There's
just
there's
pitch
no
black.
light. Everything is pitch black. It's just Kang. No, not Kang.
Yeah.
Second has the light right now, so everybody just sees like a light floating really quickly across. You're an
So
alien at this point.
So you were
It
a
is.
fool.
It is just. Yeah. So it is your choice if we want to go down and explore, or we just skip through it and just let everyone traverse this terrain.
So this is what will happen. Valerius will steer the carpet back towards the group. He will
Okay.
tell that we're gonna very quickly do a quick survey of the bottom of the hole. He grabs
I
Floaty
think we
off the-
realized that time is of the essence now that we decided to
I
do
I
this before
tap
it wakes up
my
more.
my imaginary watch, like tick tock.
Right.
This timepiece that I got at the central market.
Yeah, we don't want to let it keep waking up and become a potential bigger danger for us. So like,
Incidentally,
oh, you have 1 minute. Like fuck, like be quick.
did my ping solicit a response?
No. With a
Okay.
16, it doesn't.
Okay.
You may
Valerius?
feel free to ping again with another primeval. Okay. Valerius?
Okay. While they're doing that, I will just like continuously primeval awareness just to be wary of how it's reacting and whether or not it's coming closer.
Okay.
Alright.
Everybody
Because I don't
sees
know how
Bosk.
long it's taking.
Everybody sees Bosk sort of power saving mode. Valerius, what are you doing? You said something just now.
Well, since everyone is like, okay, time's of the essence, all right, then we'll just ignore this for now then. I'd rather figure out what's down there so we don't get blindsided by it pulling us down there, but it is what it is.
Like,
Okay.
take 1 minute and go have a quick look, and
Yeah,
then
no,
let's.
that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
I was gonna give you guys the tablet. I grab Floaty and you just watch through the camera feed as we very quickly
Don't do
fly
that
down.
then. I'm pinging it so I know if it does anything.
All right, let's
Okay.
go then.
To speaker, it is 20 feet below us.
Where
1 floor down.
is it? Yeah, it's one
One
floor
floor.
down in front. Previously I said it was what, 80 feet away from you? Now it's about 40 feet away from you, 20 feet down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
somewhat
it's
close
actually
to
really
you.
near,
Yeah, very
except
very
for
near.
the fact that you have to go windy. But if you go through the sides, you might reach it faster. Anyway, no,
think what-
you wouldn't be
I think
able
what
to
the
see it
DM
right now.
I think what
because-
the DM means to say is right below the floor.
Yeah, right
Yeah,
below the
we
floor.
are standing on like a floor or something like it managed to like do some tunneling or something like
Yeah,
that.
so imagine a
below
mall.
us.
You
Yeah.
flying people, can you not see it?
No,
No,
they're
it is just a crevasse way deeper than it's supposed to be.
yes. So the crevasse, aside from the current floor that you have, the flying people can see that the walls is just walls. It's, if you look deeper, it is quite porous, but you cannot see through it. Like, it's crumbly. It's like very dry chocolate cake.
In any case, Gunlock gets the tablet and I will get Zinch to hold Floaty and
Okay.
be my
Oh.
tripod.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Do you need light source or do I need to turn this down?
No, switch off the light. We don't want to alert anything if there's
Okay.
anything down there.
I will turn off Sunblade.
Okay, just point. Okay, Valerius will grab Zinch's arm and angle it directly, like where it would face the front. It's like, okay, now just hold it there, and yeah, I'm gonna start piloting us down.
Does Floaty have
Dark vision.
dark vision?
60 feet.
60 feet. Okay, you go down. You scan the area. You don't need to make a perception check because you're essentially looking and nothing seems to be dangerous down here except for the fact that the floor seems kind of moist.
Mm.
But also, this is to other people up top. Everything is in black and white.
Oh, I have the flashlight, which I will use to
No,
see
this
clearly
they're
around us.
they're
This is
looking
through the
below.
tablet.
Yeah, so you're
Oh,
looking
okay,
at the
okay.
tablet. I see that, but primeval awareness is sort of taking you right now, so I'm gonna cut back to Valerius really quick. This happens while Valerius is away and as Valerius is coming back. You make calculations based on every primeval awareness every minute, and you have surmised that the dormancy period has shortened and it is now awake for about 2.5 minutes before blinking out for 10 seconds and then coming back on.
Okay.
You think it's gonna take an hour or two before it wakes up fully because the ping is not bright. The ping is not strong. It's like a very low pulse. For Valerius, you look at the ground and you're just coasting on your carpet. You're taking it all in. You're getting as close as you can without being too dangerous. Every so often, you cause air to move, and it does dislodge some bits of the crumbly rock as it cascades. Everybody can hear the falling of tiny stones as it stops. In a second, make me a
Mhm.
history check.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. History. Where is that wording over here? History over here. That is a 17.
This is to jog your memory while you're in rapt attention.
Mm-hmm.
You know where this place is, and you know its proximity to your the place where you technically sort of grew up in,
Mm-hmm.
although you did move around a lot. Felsen is quite near, a couple of days travel, you think.
Yes,
If it's
I believe
tunneling
so.
down,
Yes.
what's to say it's not tunneling left and right? And if it does
Mm,
escape, that's a big problem.
Oh, you bought
we
a
don't
Falcon.
we don't have telepathic bond, or do we
You
have
you
it
still
already?
have, yeah.
Okay, so in my mind, I will speak up as like, oh God, is he trying to find food in Falcon?
Trying to find it anywhere.
Because the closest, largest food source for it right now is Falcon, and it's tunneling.
Delicious.
God,
After scanning, you all meet back. Information is abounds for all of you, and the path is clear.
Okay.
Let's get
We
down
make
there.
our way down to the path then.
You make your way down. Valerius, can you make me a perception check?
Copy that. Oh, 24.
That 13 though.
Yeah.
Um it it doesn't take you long to make sure everybody gets through safely. And eventually you have to go back into the maze system that is the walls and the floors because you can't tunnel under.
Mm.
You go into a hallway. You pass into another hallway. Boss confirms that this is the right direction to go. You just have to go down. But as you turn to the left, you see a huge blast room that looks like the one you saw in your dreamscape. The one where you remember you had taken a gem and exploded it, only for you to come back. But you see what used to house multiple large constructs now house none except for some platforms and harnesses that maybe once held all of these large, large objects. The glass in between the control room and the hangar, you're in the hangar, is intact. And the room is strangely clean that you can see from, except for having chairs strewn all over the place. The door to the hangar, well, at this point, the door to the blast room remains closed.
Zinch can probably see Valerius like suddenly stiffen up. He's like, oh, oh no.
what you see?
I remember this place. I'll say this through the telepathic bonds. Like, oh no, I remember this place. We used to build the roving automatons here.
Oh, a multi-purpose lab then.
Valerius, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Fun!
I
You want to
One,
fail.
one. Fuck.
Oh, you passed.
You crit.
Powerful.
You critted in the pain. All you can see is the dreamscape memory of your previous fiance smiling. She is so gleeful at what she's made, and she's so happy to have you around to sort of watch her descent into madness. Or has she already settled into this madness? You don't like it, but it is an emotion strong enough to pull you away from what you think might be a more important memory as you move forward.
Roll 20, why have you betrayed me so? Why?
Me. Everybody finds a very nondescript stairway down. It's a circular stairway.
Is it who's down there?
The ooze is down there. You think it's very near. It's like
Are we like walking through ooze at the moment, like squish, squish, crunch,
yes,
crunch, squish,
yes,
squish?
yes.
Okay. So we're
Um,
like walking on its like toes, and it's still like.
Pretty much. It's sleepy.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure that it can feel you. It knows your location.
Ah,
Can you, when we get like with
I
insight, can you let us know when it has like the powered down section of the cycle? I mean, that might be a perfect time to strike.
That would be up to
That will
Bosk.
require me to primeval awareness for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. No,
You think
just
maybe
if it
10
works,
minutes.
cool. If it doesn't, it's okay.
10 minutes should be enough for you to gauge like a pattern. Everybody agrees, and all of you spend time
Okay.
in the quiet.
Yep.
10 minutes. You count.
Valerius will like stealth on the on the carpet for what little good it will do and keep a lookout. So can I roll both stealth and perception?
Sure.
Okay.
You hear breathing. So stealth 27. People know you're there because the carpet is there. That's it.
Hmm.
We can see him. He's there. He has
He's
no
there.
cover or obscurement.
Exactly.
Yep, I'm just
He's
lined up
just
by the carpet.
lying down, so you can just see carpet. Technically, he is stealthed in that you will have disadvantage trying to attack him, but you technically know he's there.
But
But
I'm
he's
there.
stealth to everything else that doesn't know he's a flying
Yeah,
carpet.
I'm hiding behind Zinch.
Yes.
How?
That doesn't help.
You're not.
That doesn't help.
You're not a halfling. You can't do that.
That's not how it works. Perception 28. You breathe in and hold your breath. And then you bop Zinch second to also hold his breath because you can't think.
Okay, I hold my
Like,
breath.
okay, breathe in, hold. 10, 9, as you think and you look and you listen. Again, there's no air movement except for the breathing of your comrades away from you. You
Okay.
don't think there's any noise? Again, this might be your brain making up stuff because it has been a while since you went up. You are deep underground, and
But
you
like
know that
oxygen is getting to me.
less lack of oxygen, more like underground. If it weren't for the fact that you had a sunlight sword, I think most of you would be vitamin D deficient at this point.
Oh no, okay.
But the stir crazy is real. So you're not sure if you heard this or you're making up stuff. You hear like a very soft schlep.
Valerius will just telegraph this through the telepathy bombs. Like, guys, I hear wet noises. We might want to hurry this up.
What am I
We are
detecting?
You know exactly when it would be dormant. It's not a lot of time. You have one round.
Okay, so we go now, or when
Yeah.
we go there,
When
we
it's
calculate our time, and then when we go, we'll have one round.
correct.
Yeah.
You know exactly where it
Okay.
is, so I'm not gonna hide this from you, but I'm also going to tell you to chill out and ignore the stuff on the ground because the bones don't exist. But I'm gonna drag you to a map.
Oh,
Okay.
yay. Map.
Fun because you sneaky go downstairs. Hello, map, please. Okay.
Me.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh.
So where you land
Where are we?
is
and where
in
is
this area. Hang on.
The map hasn't fully
Oh.
rendered
Oh my
yet.
god, it's pixelated Batman.
Ah, there we go.
This is
Ah,
Oh.
mm.
This is a layer if
Maybe
I ever
I
seen
cannot
one.
see anything yet.
This is a
Wow.
layer if I ever seen one.
Okay, so let me explain. The bones on the ground, ignore it because most of them are chunky and doesn't exist, and the red brownish stuff
Map
is
is the map.
is is maybe goop, maybe blood. It does smell really acrid down here. It smells of like really dry iron and also yuck. The same smells that you had at the cave-in exist here. Okay, put
Is
your
it
tokens
stronger or is
here.
it?
It is very strong in this room, but not enough to make you like
Yeah.
keel over. You're adventurers. This is fine. You've had worse.
Okay. I
Alright.
remind everyone that if you're touching the floor, it knows where you are.
Oh well.
At this point, I'm guessing because you still have telepathic one up. The siblings are up top on a carpet. I need you to put your tokens. This is a one person
Okay. Boss
wide
will.
area.
Yeah. I think we're just gonna move in. How can what is marching order?
Yes.
Is speaker gonna run in first?
Put tokens
We're
here
here.
Up.
in this hallway.
DM, as we're heading down to this area, can I preemptively cast a spell?
Yeah. You
Okay, I
have
cast
time.
levitate.
Levitate. Okay. Just
myself.
reminder, levitate.
He's
You
a
have
balloon.
somebody's gonna need to drag you.
No, I can freely choose
can
to
walk.
float as I want
You
to.
can float up or down,
Yes,
but you have
that
to
is
use the
okay.
walls to drag yourself.
That's okay.
I think he's
which
gonna
is-
walk on the ground and then later on just go up.
Yeah.
When I want to
also,
stealth, I'll just release myself on the ground.
also true because you have to remember the floors, and ceilings are all covered with this.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. So, this is essentially what you see as you traverse the area. And you
I'm
know,
about to cast Bless and Emboldening Bond.
okay. I mean, do you hold that for the next turn or what? Because right now, it's not attacking you.
Neither of these things will be attacking it, so it'll just be bolstering us. So I might as well do it now, and then
Okay.
we can go.
Okay, that's up to you. You have free reign.
Do we
You know the
initiate?
creature is here.
Ah, okay.
I'm not hiding anything because you know where the creature
And
is.
I am upcasting it, so it hits all of us.
Okay.
So everyone has Bless
Plus
Bless,
one
and
minute.
Emboldening Bond. So
So let
yep.
me.
I think
add
it would be good for me to start initiative. Like let's initiative roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. No, wrong. Here.
Stick of
Why?
time.
Why is it 2? It's supposed to be 12. I don't understand.
I'm faster
Why?
than it. Hooray.
Enter. It's
With
only
my
slightly.
measly 5.
Okay,
I don't have
guys.
anything that makes me.
Give me a second.
God.
My sheet is not cooperating with me.
Cool.
Blind sight.
Okay, advantage on initiative. 24.
Nice.
Yeah, everyone. Remember to give yourself +4. Or
Oh,
sorry,
we also
yeah,
have
plus
the D4
But-
initiative.
Okay, please
but I don't
add
think-
your whatever it is
Okay.
D4.
into your
Wait, does
thing
Bless
before I
go to
arrange.
initiative? Does Bless goes to initiative?
No, no,
No,
It's
it's
from
the
the top.
Emboldening Bond.
Oh, that's in Boning Bond. Okay.
Yes.
What does the D4 does for
It
emboldening
adds
bond?
to your check.
To my check.
Oh.
Oh, okay. +4. Okay.
Okay, so add 4 to add to your rolls where
Everyone
necessary.
add to our initiative.
Yes, I don't want to touch
Okay,
anything in
so
case
12
things go
plus
wrong.
4. 6. Okay, so where's mine? This
It
is
didn't let me fix it.
Oh, did you try clicking
I
enter after?
Fine.
Yeah, it's been doing that a lot, which is irritating.
There.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It keeps like stopping when I'm.
What's your new number?
Got it.
Okay, you got it. Okay.
You have to type it quickly because if you type halfway and someone else changes it,
Ah,
then it
is it
won't
someone
save
else
yours.
clicking? That makes it weird.
Yes.
Irritation. Anyway,
So just be like,
okay, everybody good? Added your stuff? arrange, sending. At the top of the round is Valerius. You have casted, what's that thing? Levitate on yourself. What would you like to do next? Do you have movement? You have bonus action?
We have 6 seconds. Starting now.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much I can do damage-wise. Okay, question to the party. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to boost you guys up, or do you guys want me to do as much damage as I can to this thing?
How much fucking damage as you can.
What boost can you do to us?
Okay, mind you,
Levitate?
mind
You're
you,
already concentrating on levitate on yourself.
I can haste speaker. I'll do that.
Okay,
Haste.
so no more levitate for you, right?
Yeah, Bopiana, it is what it is. Wait,
Yeah.
it's
Okay,
haste?
do you? I'm not
Haste is
gonna.
concentration.
I'm gonna say that you either chose haste or levitate, so I'm not gonna let you like throw away that spell.
Yeah, I'll just boost speaker with haste instead of that.
Okay.
He attempts to cast levitate and it's like, never mind. This is probably better.
So you all know where this thing is, but you don't have line of sight.
Okay.
Just FYI,
Oh.
you have to go through the door first.
Yeah, we have to move and these doors aren't. There's no way these doors are shut, right?
They're not shut. Nothing is shut. Like this place is trashed.
Okay.
Sorry,
So,
I thought you said we were 40 feet away before, but that's
That
Not correct,
so
is it?
so you moved. You moved and then you went down.
right,
Yeah.
right,
So
right,
so
right,
now
right.
you're
Never mind,
like
yes. I follow.
is this a
accessible.
pillar over here?
Yes.
Not jumping.
Okay, awesome.
Remember, it doesn't care about pillars.
Mm-hmm.
I know. It is what it is. Okay, I have enough movement. Awesome.
Okay,
I
okay.
will. Yeah, screw it. I'll draw his attention. I'll bonus action dash here.
It doesn't wake up yet. You have 6 seconds until its turn. Thankfully, it's like lucky last.
Okay,
Okay.
Bopiana, that's it. That's it.
You manage to see that it, strangely enough, it is ensconced, like hidden inside its own room behind bars.
It's in jail.
It's in jail. Like you can tell
Oh.
your friends this.
Yeah, I'll tell you,
and-
it's like,
Guys, it's in prison.
There's no reason why this thing should be in prison. You've seen Bosk elongate herself.
That's its room, okay?
Room?
It's just
Yeah, it's
emo,
his
okay?
room.
It's
Yeah.
antisocial.
Its room. Its
Yeah.
bed is there. It's
So
comfy.
this is his room. Yeah.
The friends will be like, hey, do you want to come out
You can
tonight? And you're
come
like,
out
oh,
and-
my mom won't let.
but
But
yeah, that is
H3
it
just
for my
doesn't want to
turn.
go out.
Yeah.
Okay, next in order is second.
Okay, so do you want me to get the first strike or? I do need to check see if the door is it like the
Grab
the
it.
gate to see
Actually-
if we can.
DM, may I give a suggestion? Since Zankev, Boss, and Speaker all share virtually the same initiative, with just one number off, can they all take the turn at the same time? Just to save a
Bosk
little bit of
and
time?
second.
What difference does that make?
What? Bosk and second.
No. Boss, Zinj, and Speaker all share like almost the same initiative block. Can they all
No.
move at the same time right now? No?
No.
Okay.
No,
The
can
only
we
one
check
who
that in our
may do that is Speaker and Gunlug because they both have a 14.
Okay.
Yeah, both have 14. Okay. All right. Okay. So, but that means I still have to go in. So, what I'm doing is that is 30, 40, 60, 80. That's 29. I need to check see if this thing is locked or not. Like, is it easily get down? So I'm gonna use feline agility, so I get double my movement speed up to 80 feet for now, and then I use my bonus action to dash, so that bumps up to 160. I'll move up to here. It should be, wait, how much is it? 90 feet? Let me check. Up here, up here, up here. That's
Isn't
65.
feline agility, doesn't it require you to be stationary for 1 turn?
Yeah, I haven't used it the entire day,
Before he
so
uses
You
it
have the
again.
charge. Yeah.
yeah. After I use it, I have to stationary for a turn before I can use it again.
Ah, I see.
But
Okay.
today I haven't used it yet, so
Okay.
I can
I
use
was
it
I
now.
was under the assumption that it's like zoomies, so you have to stay in place and wiggle your butt a bit, and then you run.
Oh, no.
Nah.
Okay.
But that would be
No,
fun.
Okay.
It's like it's like
65.
reverse zoomies, where after you run, you have to stop.
Oh my god.
Okay.
It's diabetic
So this is-
zoomies.
Okay, this is 65 feet. From here, can I see if this bar over here, is it like still in pristine, or is it like easy to break down situation? What's the situation of this gate?
Cursory glance, it looks closed, but you're going to have to go closer to see if it is unlocked.
65, that is 75. I will stand here and check. 75.
Okay. It's definitely locked. It looks like there's bars, but actually the bars is covered by a perspex glass kind of covering. So, if you want to try and
Good.
open it, I will allow you to use lock picks. But do you have any actions?
That's okay. So I did use bonus action to dash, so I do have action left.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
Well,
use an action to open it so that the rest of them can start shooting at it.
Okay. Roll me.
Can we not shoot through the bars?
No, it's covered
No, they
by
have
glass.
glass. There's
sure.
glass. Yeah,
I see,
there's
I see.
glass.
So
How
this
So
is
how
this
did
is
it
conveyed to
escape
you.
then?
You don't know.
Does it seem
Yeah.
sealed from where we are?
Okay. As far as you know, it should be sealed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but from what we know, it shouldn't be. But okay, what do I need to roll? Just thieves tool?
Yeah, your thieves tools.
Okay, so dexterity.
Yeah, dexterity, thieves' tools.
That would be 20.
Oh,
Natural
big.
20.
Okay. Immediately, all of you hear a very loud, very satisfying ka-chunk as the door now becomes ajar, like a gap opens up. And then
Can
your
you
heart
open the door?
stops for a while as you watch the creature to see if it moves. It doesn't. And then you open the door. All doors now open.
Okay, so that is 70. Because I cannot attack anymore, so I have to leave its area. 70, that's
You died a lot
75.
It opens
70.
outwards. If that makes
Yeah,
any difference.
I'm open fully for all of them before I move away. So
Okay.
that was how much? That was okay. 75, 90. Is this a wall? No, this is not a wall.
No, no.
Stop
If
here.
it looks like a door, it's open.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop here for now.
Okay.
I do
all of
not
this
have
is
any
telegraphed.
action to fight. Yeah.
All of this is telegraphed to your friends.
Mhm. It's open. You can start shooting now.
Bosk, you are next.
Okay,
You have
I
all this
will
information.
bonus action dash to here.
You see this.
And then I see the ooze. Is it just like a mound of goop?
Okay, this is what it looks like. You look into the door now that it's open. There is a sprawling mound starting from the floor as it gets higher and higher, and it envelopes itself onto the ceiling about 10 feet.
So it's like a pillar?
Sort of like a very thick spider web. So think Alien,
Uh-huh.
the wall where they keep people.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that thing.
Do I
And-
recognize it as a target that can be attacked?
You think it should be able to be attacked.
Okay. Okay. I will
We do that.
make use of my Gloomstalker ability that gives me more attacks on the first turn, finally.
Let's go! It's
At
you know for a
last.
fact that it's still dormant right now.
Does that
So
mean you
does
are
that
getting
mean
your
that-
snake attack off, Bosk?
Yes.
I will not be getting. Oh yeah, because it's
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
asleep.
because
It doesn't
dormant.
know. It's like it's sleep time.
It's still sleeping. So,
It's still dormant. So
Does
you
that-
do
So,
have
but it
sneak
does.
attack.
Does it crit or does it not crit?
It
well,
will be a
I'm
crit.
about to give you a crit. Have it for free.
Ah.
I have a question for a DM. I'm looking at this ooze. Can I tell if it's compatible with me?
You can't tell. You won't know
Okay.
until you test it out.
Okay. I will
A
do that
little bit
later
of
on.
the old ingesting might do the trick.
Okay. I will
Nom.
attack first.
But maybe it's like a pineapple where it will try and ingest you back. That
Uh,
hits.
yeah.
You don't need to roll because you have a free crit.
Ah, that's a
No,
crit.
no. I do need to ask because if it is still sleeping, does it count as unconscious? Does it
Uh,
crit on any attack because it's an unconscious creature?
Melee attacks that auto crit.
I mean, right now this
It's
is
melee attack.
it.
Any
You
attack,
don't
not
know
just
that yet.
melee. Any. Yeah.
I'm
But for
pretty
now
sure
it's
it's
a crit.
melee attack.
I'm reading unconscious rule right now. It says
I mean,
any attack.
technically, it is a state between unconsciousness and consciousness. So
Okay, so
let it
okay.
happen right now.
Mm-hmm.
You rolled a crit. I would like to see the damage.
Okay,
John
so
DiMaggio, let's go.
John.
I
Demand.
will roll for damage first. Because it's not. I don't think I can key in a crit, so it will.
No,
I just
but
have to like roll the dice.
Yep, just roll the
what
dice.
it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right.
wait,
Double. Yeah, double.
it is 9. Let me
Plus.
add the other things.
Please do the math for me. I'm very stupid actually.
So I have another 3d8 from my dice, and then I have sneak attack.
Which is
Sneak attack. I just roll that. Okay. So it's add all these things together. 9 plus 22 is 31.
80.
There we thanks.
Oh.
82. Is this doubled?
No, no, no. This is the final number.
This is the final number. So it takes 82 damage, yeah? What
Yeah.
kind of damage is this? I know it's magical, but piercing?
Piercing.
Okay. Let me just check my notes real quick. Do you have any other damage things?
I have 2 more attacks.
Okay,
But
very
those
good.
will just be
Yeah.
those will just be normal attacks without anything fancy.
Okay, wait, let me check really quick. Dude, why?
Actually-
Man, this thing is horrible. Yes, actually.
In lieu of making 2 more attacks, can I
Mhm.
just take my hand and stick it into the squishy wall to see if I can communicate with it?
You can it's
I will try.
is it consider that's an extra action? Was it like you get an attack and a bonus attack?
I have 2 more attacks. But instead of making those attacks, I would like to take hand, put into wall.
Okay, I will allow this.
Okay.
Make me your wisdom saving throw. No, sorry. Your charisma something. Your persuasion.
Charisma check. Okay.
I was like, why wisdom saving? Hang on. Okay, fun things. I'm gonna put a note down. Okay.
What was that? Was that
Oh.
words?
Wow, that
Yeah.
is very persuasive.
So
I tell you
persuasive.
why.
I can't save you, my friend. Good luck. No, wait, I can take my inspiration.
It's part of the extra
Oh.
attacks. Wow.
Take my inspiration.
Inspiration.
Yep.
Give it a try. Do it.
Okay,
Hey, a lot
18,
better.
18 is better.
23.
23 is better. Okay, for now, if you want to use inspiration, if you have 2 numbers on the table, that is your inspiration.
Okay, got it.
So if you want to roll that dice, you have to turn off roll 2 dice.
Which is what I'm doing.
Unless you're
Exactly.
already rolling with advantage or disadvantage.
Yeah. Which means I will have to take the first roll. Because by right, because it's double, it's still a 4, dude. Okay, 18. No, sorry, 23. I need to write this down. 23 persuades. Okay. Circle. Okay. So you hit it for an 83 damage. What you see
2.
is, hang on, I gotta do some math.
This is insanely hilarious. Okay.
You ended up 82
Punch, and
damage.
please,
Sorry.
please listen to me.
You watch as your arrow, true, whistle through the quiet, still air of this weird cell and penetrate into the whole body of this creature jiggles as if absorbing your shot. Because it's a straight piercing damage, it should do more, but you don't think it did the most. As you touch the wall and you try and reach out into its mind, I'm gonna get back to you on that. And it's Speaker's turn.
Okay.
Hi. Oh wait, no, speaker goes first. Never mind.
Yes.
I thought it was.
Oh,
me.
but you can go together because you both rolled a 14, so you can do like a buddy system thing.
That's right. He can go.
Okay,
Zoom.
zoom.
I know what I'm doing.
Victor will zoom. He has haste, so he has more stuff he can
He
do.
has extra
can-
zoom.
He can do stuff.
Arrows aren't very good against it, unfortunately.
I'll just sort of blurb this out.
Blurp. It hast.
So +2 AC has advantage on dex.
Speaker's gonna go ham just punching this thing.
Yes,
Start
extra
attacking
attack.
with astral arms. Okay,
He
wait.
already can
That is
attack 3
force
times.
damage, right? Astral arms. That hits. Yes,
Yes, astral arms are force damage.
force damage. Yes, force damage.
Punch, punch,
Okay.
punch.
Do all the things that you
Yep.
need to do, and then give me the lowdown of
Oh
the
my
down.
goodness, that's a lot of damage.
Just a lot of damage, yeah.
And remember to do your bless as well. So I think
No,
you've
that is
already
that.
added that.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
it's
that's
already-
the emboldening bond. You get both of them. They stack.
They stack.
Oh,
Okay, emboldening bond stacks. So do that one too. For future
Yeah.
reference, I'm sure this hits anyways.
That's
But
This
if
definitely
that's
hits.
if we miss.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't think we need to add 1d4 off a 27.
Okay, here's
For-
what happens, right?
Sure.
You punch this thing, and it connects to one of the arms, the tendrils that's going on top of the walls, and the concussive force that you hit it with causes it to, much like a non-Newtonian liquid, harden and crack a little. You think it's doing damage? Yes, well done.
Nice, nice.
Nice.
We love doing damage.
Taking. Keep going. Yes.
force work.
Force works.
He says force. Oh, natural
my
20.
God,
Let's
that's a
go.
Eee.
Big.
That's a crit.
Oh, come
okay, now
on.
that's not a
This
good
is not
damage.
crit numbers. This is so bullshit.
I mean, monks are not that good when they crit because they just hit many attacks rather than hitting big
Oh,
ones.
yeah, that's true. But
That's still
But
not
But
bad.
that
Speaker
one
has
is also not.
the speaker has the wraps, which makes it a lot better.
There you
And
go.
it's still good.
Instead of
Okay.
extra 1d8, it's extra 1d8 and 2d10.
Oh, nice.
okay.
7, 8,
Taken.
14.
14 full.
Oh, 14 plus the 7 and 8, right?
29 damage.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes,
14 plus 7 and 8. Somebody math that.
No, he already says like 29 for this one.
29.
So it's 28 and then 29.
Yep.
Okay, taken. Okay.
We'll use gloves to give advantage to next attacks all the way. Okay.
We'll use gloves.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
Eee.
Very good.
Even better.
That's a max damage in one of those dice.
Okay, total. This is better than the
Uh,
previous one.
Counting for you, Shaw,
38.
don't worry.
Minus 38, thank you.
Nice.
Done.
Really good.
Taken. Some more? That's his
You have
no
haste.
haste
I
attack.
do.
Let's go.
Yeah, there you go. You have haste attack.
Still
Hasted strike.
15 plus 4.
I
No,
think
it's
he has
advantage, right?
for these
Yeah, he
attacks.
has
Oh,
advantage now.
advantage. Why
24
advantage?
for this one. He's
He's
using
using his
love.
items.
Oh,
Yep,
okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes, that's
I want to
definitely
take the
hits.
sword.
And so many punches.
Whoa, that hits
The-
as well.
The
19 plus
7
1
punch
hits.
monk.
Okay, taken. It. Okay, so for all who can see, which is everyone except for Gundog.
Yeah.
Actually, second cannot see as well, so it's just the two
No,
of you
yeah,
guys behind the
just
pillar.
just both of us.
But all of you do hear the punch repeatedly. It is almost breaking the sound barrier at this point, and you're wondering if he's going to do like a sonic boom or something. But that is copyrighted, so I can't. The ones who can see watch repeatedly as the force damage hits this non-Newtonian liquid. It solidifies and then cracks, solidifies and then cracks, solidifies and then cracks. And you watch as one of the tendrils begin to look like it's going to implode. But this creature stands strong, although it's in the midst of waking up. Is this all you can do?
I believe
For
that's
this
all
turn?
the punches.
End of turn.
End of turn. Okay, next. Gunlaug, you hear all this kerfuffle and you're
Okay.
like, I want to see two!
Yes, I wanna run up here.
Okay?
Now, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Do I get any sort of view so I can see even a tiny little bit of the use
Yes,
from
yes,
from
you
where am I?
can. You can see. It's as long as you have a straight line, you can see.
Yes. Perfect. I'm gonna hit him with a psychic lance.
Let's go.
So he needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay, let me roll that. What do I need to roll?
So he needs to roll higher than an 18.
Okay. Oh, that's
Does this
oh,
thing
okay.
even have a name?
Jerry. His name is Jerry.
Jerry
It's
the
Pick his
Swine.
name
He,
Jerry, and then he doesn't
Jerry.
need to make a save.
I rolled a natural 20.
So,
So-
I'm gonna silver barb
Powerful.
smack. So you roll again and take the lower roll.
Okay. So
Fuck you.
okay. Let me,
Scam
I
let
go,
me-
no you.
It's been
No, you!
scammed.
Okay, it fails. Wait, let me check. This is what was it?
It's not very
Intelligence
intelligent.
Intelligence save.
Intelligence.
Hang on. Let me check.
Fuming and ooze is not super smart. That's
That can be true. Can
It
be
is
true.
mostly the case.
Yeah, that doesn't make it because your thing is pretty high though, right? Yes.
18. Yeah.
Okay.
Is the
Yes.
DC.
It doesn't make it.
So it takes 76 damage, but it's also incapacitated until the start of my next turn. So it cannot take
Oh!
actions or bonus actions or reactions or anything.
So he cannot wake up. He cannot wake up.
Can be
He-
awake.
He can wake
It's
up and it
just,
can't do anything.
just can't do things. It can move. Can it move?
No,
You
incapacitated
can't tell
cannot-
right now. Let me get the damage.
Yep.
Can you
Dodge.
move if
so-
you're incapped? I think you can move when incapped.
Incap.
I think
Incap is-
I
incapacitated.
think you
Google.
can move.
No,
I
you
believe
can't. You can't because if you're incapacitated, you also lose your concentration.
No,
also
if you're
cannot take action
incapacitated,
in it.
you can move. You can't take actions or reactions. If it has bonus actions, it can take bonus actions.
That's okay.
And
I
it
need to
can
read
move.
the other one as well
So,
because you do
yeah,
lose
so it's like-
concentration.
Yeah,
when
so
you're
it's just
you
like
lose concentration.
saying-
Okay,
it's
But
just
he's
like-
not
19
concentrating on movement. So 19, which is piss poor damage, but
That is
he's
19.
incapacitated. That's the point.
That is something that you think is happening. Anyway,
I
it is now
sure hope.
its turn. You watch it
wibbles and wobbles.
wibble
Wobble.
and wobble. The first thing I'm gonna
Wibble
do is Bosk, since you opened up your mind and you tried to do a big old persuasion, You hear
Yeah,
a tingle.
I'm sending it a message and telling it to wake up. It's time to go.
Okay. It hears wake up, it's time to go. It's pretty much that guy who's like, you know that song with the guy in the pajamas, he's like, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Let's go. And then it's like some techno shit.
I'm not
Wake
familiar,
up,
no.
bitch.
I
I
don't
was thinking
remember.
System of a Down.
Oh, wake up. Wake up. Anyway, with that rude awakening, I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage because you said hi. Oh,
Yellow.
I apologize.
Give me your
But you rolled an 8.
love.
I don't think I can save you from that, buddy.
Does anybody have
I
a
do not have saving
inspiration?
abilities. Do I?
I can
I can
I
bump
can
it up to a 13,
add
but I don't think
I
it'll
can
matter.
add 2
Inspiration
d4s.
won't work here.
There,
No,
it is 12 now,
it's
but
12.
that doesn't consume anything.
Nah, yeah, I do not have inspiration to lend you, so sorry.
It's
Yes, it's these.
disadvantage.
So with advantage, you take the 22.
Yeah,
because
because that
it's
was my
a
first roll.
yeah, because it's a two number roll.
If I
So,
roll
do you
normally,
have
it's 22.
inspiration? Okay,
Oh,
so you
Beacon
roll a
gives
22.
inspiration.
It's 26 because I add the 2 d4s from the blessing.
that make me happy a little bit because it's 11 o'clock and pretty much
We don't want to be here for too long.
that's a terrible that's
We'll
a
finish the first
that's
round.
a two
We don't know what
2
happens
week
with the wisdom save. I thought I was
2 week
remembering things.
2 week illegal cliffhanger.
Oh no.
You feel as you're sticking a proverbial hand
Hold
out
it
to
with
shake
the
his
psychic
hand,
boost.
and you urge it to wake up, and what you feel is hunger, insane amounts of hunger. Consume, grow. That's what you feel.
Okay, we're gonna have to take this thing down.
And you think if you let your guard down, your mental walls down just a little bit, it's not that you would be consumed by it, but you might be persuaded to maybe attack other people.
I called it with the psychic goose.
Gunlag, you weren't. You're pretty sure you hit it with that psychic glance, and most creatures would become incapacitated, but you watch this thing jiggle.
Oh,
And you watch it peel itself from the ceiling with a loud splat as it falls onto the ground, and it moves ever so slowly.
Doesn't it skip its first turn? Or is that
No.
what it's doing? It's skipping its first turn.
It's not
It's-
incapacitated
Yeah,
after all.
it didn't get in cap. It
No,
did
but
not in
wasn't
cap.
the first round a free round?
It
No,
is
this
waking
is
up now.
Initiative, not start of initiative.
Is it?
But it's at the bottom of the initiative.
yeah,
So
it's right at the
Yep.
bottom.
This
So
is
it's
still the
starting
first
now.
round.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's gearing up the engines.
Yeah.
So on this turn, you see it move forward, but stop, as if it doesn't know how to go forward anymore. But
The door is open, no?
the door is very open. For the funsies, anybody who has any background in psychology may make a Arcana check. Fun Arcana check. Anybody who studies people.
Huh.
Nah.
21. You
Uh,
remember
if the psychology would be really being a really interesting psychology case,
Does looking at people like studying it from like just face, because like Zekan is always like looking out the window. Does that count?
Yeah, I mean,
No, right?
you need to study people to be able to kill them dead, dude.
Okay, so
A
Arcana.
Shashin. Don't shoot
does
the
it
one
count being a head
panicking.
case yourself? It's like to like. Yeah.
like 17. With a 21, in that moment, you remember a test done, an experiment done years ago by a guy about learned helplessness, how this dog was chained to the floor and the floor was electrified every so often. Every time
Floor was
somebody pressed a
lava.
button, it would get electrified, it would get scared and attempt to escape. And then the electricity will go away and it will relax and wonder what happened. And this happened so often to the point where after a while, it just gave up. The electricity came on, it did nothing. And as you think
Yeah.
about that, I have to move this stupid thing to the correct layer. Token. Another creature appears, but this one doesn't go this round.
Oh. Wait, where?
Hang on. This one appears here.
Am I that unlucky?
What the fuck?
Oh,
This
you
one
just
There.
open up the.
goes here.
Oh,
Oh,
Can I
hello.
This
tell
one
if
goes
these things
here.
are like offshoots
oh,
or
I am actually that
separate
unlucky.
creatures?
Oh no,
And this one here.
Oh no, chicken.
And
surrounded.
I'm actually
Oh,
that
crap.
One
unlucky.
here.
Us as well.
And sorry, why is it 14? It's this one. It doesn't go this round, it will go the next round. It's just staring at you in the face. These things appear from the ceiling and from the ground, bubbling up. Valerius, you finally realize how the cavern, the crevasse upstairs, has been created. This thing has been using the ground to tunnel. You don't know how, and you don't know where the weak point was, but you can surmise that it could have come from anywhere, because upstairs there were showers, although closed, but there's pipe outlets. There's electricity ducts. There's so many ways that this place is secure yet very insecure. As these things pop up, Valerius, next round is yours, but we're gonna have to close off for today and take a 2-week break to figure out how you want to do this. Thank you for watching. I hope you almost shut your pants, because it's terrifying. Go watch John Carpenter's The Thing. I will see all of you over dinner next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.